Alright, hello Riven mains and Yasuo mains alike. I am the Nightwing Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another League of Legends video. Now, today we will be going over the other semi-final matchup, which was FPX taking on Invictus Gaming. So, with that being said, there was a lot of storylines going into this matchup. You had IG with the overall consensus that they would make the finals again. You had FPX who looked shaky in the group stage, but then turned it on against Fnatic and then looked a lot better. So people thought going in that we would get a lot better of a series. IG and some of their players started to slump against Griffin, so you also thought that this would be a better series overall for Fun plus Phoenix, because of the simple fact that if they're already struggling in best of fives like that, then that means that best of ones really aren't giving us that clear-cut, accurate representation of how strong these teams can actually be. Now, with that being said, there has to be something said about this series, is that, oh, it was a fiesta. This series was a fiesta, and to be fair, the FPX versus IG Game 2 has gone down as the most kills in a single game at Worlds ever. And it only actually fits the LPL so well that they want to constantly fight. And I would see no better award to the LPL is that they would have the game with the most kills. It would feel weird that they wouldn't have the game with the most kills. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, most of the series was pretty much dictated by the pace of FPX. Obviously, Tian and Doinby played absolutely incredible. They put on a performance of their lifetimes. Doinby was able to play Nautilus mid again. The reason why people were thoroughly confused by that is because that actual pick, Nautilus mid, can do very well with burst, picks. It has a lot of crowd control. Doinby was actually playing the team way that he usually plays. Tien was popping off on every single one of his jungle picks, and then you also had IG from their side kind of slacking. Now, with this being said, with FPX beating IG, that means their Worlds run is over, and that means that IG will go home as a top 4 team in the world. Even though they've had a pretty non-stellar year by their standards, they didn't win MSI, they didn't get back to the finals. I think that for them, it would feel better if they got back to the finals, and if they lost to like G2 in the finals, they would probably be like, well, okay, at least we made the finals of Worlds in our slump. Now, if your worst slump is making top 4 at Worlds, I'd have to say that they're still pretty good, all things considered. Remember, in the group stage, a lot of people didn't like when I said that, you know, that they were going to be getting out of the group as they almost got out as first seed. I almost got that one exactly correct, because a lot of people did not give them the credit they actually deserve, because their soul laners are actually really incredible, but then their soul laners kind of throw. So the game 4, there's a chance that they could win this game, and they have to go for a specific play. They get that play, they start to make a little bit of a comeback, because you see their late game composition come online, and then Shy and Jackie Love, or it was Shy and Rookie. It was the Shy, I know for sure. And a combination of someone else did the most gold bronze play I've ever seen in my life. They just randomly went up and face checked something. And then the series is over because FPX just wins. But overall, I think that, you know, the best game of the series obviously was game 2. It was so much back and forth. The casters could literally barely, you know, go over replays because, well, they just was fighting every 5 minutes. That's why I said the series was going to be one of the most exciting. And obviously, if FPX win, you know, game 2, it's probably just going to be a 3-0 stomp, but IG win that with a very close, you know, back and forth team fighting. Overall, it feels kind of bittersweet that IG don't get to, you know, fight for their title again, but overall, they were overall weaker after MSI, and like I said before, if their worst is them making top 4 at Worlds, that's still a very, very good thing that they can obviously take to next year and go, okay, guys, we got past our slump. We've hit the highest highs of League, which was winning the 2018 World Championship. We had a pretty bad year, all things considered, and we, at our slump, was able to reach top 4 at Worlds. You know, when you go home and you think about that, you feel kind of sad, but you do have to take that with some pride that you're still better than a good majority of teams in the world. So that's something nice as well. But it only feels good for Doinby that he gets to make his first World Finals. Doinby gets to make his first World Finals in his first time actually playing at Worlds, and they will obviously be able to join G2 in the finals. And will FPX be the new kings of the LPL? It looks like they already are, and if they win Worlds, they're going to win the next LPL split because they're already going to have that momentum going in. They're like, well, we're the world champions, and well, yeah, that's kind of how it usually works. Most teams that usually win Worlds that go back to their domestic region usually just win. I think SKTs have done it constantly. You know, it happened with IG for last year. They went back to the LPL. They won. You know, Fnatic. I don't want to count Fnatic because they came back and they obviously didn't get to the finals because of obviously, you know, G2 being a super team. So yes, FPX are now in the finals with G2. I'm gonna preview that series and then obviously preview the storylines going into the matchup. Also previewing how they kind of got there to the World Finals. I would have did that for the semifinals, but I kind of feel like it's only more so fitting if that were to actually be the thing for the finals, because it's obviously the last 2 teams, which means there's a lot less work to do in terms of, you know, talking about teams and specific storylines going into it. Overall, this was one of the more interesting sets of best of 5s we had all year. And the FPX versus IG Game 2 will go down as the biggest Fiesta in League history. So let me know what you guys thought about this series. I'm glad that the LPL will have new kings. They routinely kind of have new kings anyway. It'll usually rotate, or how it's been for a long time. It was what? Team World Elite was... No, they got 1 split. I wouldn't really count that. That was kind of like a fluke split because RNG just decided to troll. It was originally EDG, then RNG came up because they were a Starhome Royal Club. They kind of, you know, rebranded. After that, it was the era of RNG, EDG. You have that; those 2 eras were really, really big. That was the toxic TSM Cloud9 matchup, EDG versus RNG. And then now you have this new era with IG and FPX. So it's a lot of good things going on with the LPL right now. Obviously that we had so much good things going on in these matchups, and we can finally preview the last 2 matches. One more best of 5 on Sunday, and then Worlds 2019 is over. And that's it. See you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I'm the Nightwing, and Way of Life Esports is signing out. Peace. You guys have a great day.
Hi there, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more stuff.
Yeah, thank you.